this matchup against the Bills. Let's talk about it. The Bills are favored by a massive 12.5 in this
Should
one.
be higher.
It's crazy, though. The Bills haven't been smooth sailing, except that now they're looking for their third win in a row. So clearly things are starting to trend in the right direction. Jared, how are you betting this one?
Well, I was there at Allegiant Stadium last Thursday, guys. I got a chance to watch the Easton Stick show in person, and trust me, it was nothing that spectacular. I've seen Vegas shows on the street that were a little more entertaining than that. I do think you'll get a little bit of a dead cat bounce from the Chargers defense this week. It is pretty much the entire defensive staff taking over for Brandon Staley. Of course, he called the defensive signals. It'll be a new defensive play caller, the defensive coordinator this week. And I think the outside linebackers coach is going to take over the interim head coaching duty. So I think we're going to get a little bit more of a inspired effort from the Chargers defense. And on the Bills side, defensively, they're playing great. You saw the game against Dallas last week. So I think under 44 makes sense here. Buffalo's just trying to get in, get out with a win. They don't care about style points in this game. And I think you'll see a little bit more defensive starch in the Chargers' effort this week.
Well, you talked about tight ends at the top of the show and how there's a lot of value there. I totally agree. And Dalton Kincaid, I think there's a ton of value on him in this one as well. I particularly like the receptions prop for him, over 3.5. Because, look, this Chargers defense, bottom 10 in targets, receptions, and receiving yards that they've given to opposing tight ends. And he has caught 5 or more passes in 7 of his last 8 games. The lone exception came last week when he was blanketed by that Cowboys defense. But I do believe that it's a bounce back game here because the Cowboys are really good at defending tight ends. That's not the case here for the Chargers. So the fact that this is at plus money, jump on it because it's one of my favorite wagers of the day. Brad?
Josh Allen, I can't believe it's plus money for him. That's what I grab it at. Any-time touchdown means he's got to score with his legs. And I think he's going to do exactly that because he's done it in 10 of his last 12 games. Guy's got 22 red zone rush attempts on this season. And you look at the LAC defense, number 26 right now in rush EPA defense. You look at quarterbacks and running backs, and effectively it's what Josh Allen becomes when he tucks and runs is a running back. But combined, quarterbacks and running backs on the ground, they've scored 14 times against this pathetic defense. He supercharges the Chargers with his legs on the ground and splashes 6.
I absolutely love Funston's play as well. Love that one. This is a great, great game for some good wagers because I'm loving what we're dishing out, but Funston's might be my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, it's James Cook. He's been cooking through the air. I love his over on receiving yards. And part of this Bills resurgence has been a change when the offensive coordinator and spreading the love in the passing game to just Stephon Diggs, and James Cook has been a huge recipient. You look at his last 4 games, he's gone over this number. He's been 40-plus in the past 3. He's also scored a touchdown through the air in 3 of his last 4, so I just think it just validates them continuing to use him. Lots of success. The Chargers have been terrible against running backs in the passing game. They give it the second most receiving yards to that position.